Hey guys, it's Jennifer. I wanted to share something else with you today about appraisals and just things that are going on. And I know that it is taking what seems like forever to get an appraisal done. It's not as quickly as it used to be, especially if the house is in a rural area. It's taking a while. I've heard, this has not happened to me personally, but I've heard stories of friends who are in Canton that it's taken 6 weeks to get an appraisal back, which is crazy. I mean, that's way past however long it even takes us to close a loan right now. So why are appraisals taking so long? So two reasons that are not what I was going to mention, but of course the surge on purchases and refinances are insane. I mean, they're trying to keep up with that. Then on top of that, we've got COVID going on where we've got appraisers who won't even go to the house unless the house is vacant. And that doesn't mean that your seller leaves for a 3-hour lunch. It means vacant. The seller has not been there. There are appraisers who will not go unless it is. But one of the big reasons that a lot of people fail to think about is that we have a huge aging out issues when it comes to appraisers. So just to think about this, at the beginning of 2019, the average appraiser was 66 years old, which means now the average appraiser could be 67 years old. And less than 30% of all appraisers were younger than 50. 50. Less than 30%. So who knows what that percent is that are younger than 40? Huge, very, very little. There's just not a lot of people that want to go down the road of becoming appraisers, only getting paid, maybe $425, $450 a pop for however many hours worth of work, plus driving out to the property, plus exposing yourself to COVID or whatever. And it just isn't something that people are wanting to do, and be self-employed and cover your own insurance and et cetera, what all of that entails. So it's just something interesting to remember is that we have a huge, huge aging out issue. So the 66-year-old appraiser is not popping out as many appraisals as the 40-year-old appraiser, right? But there's a ton more, obviously, if we're averaging 66 or 67 years old for an appraiser. So just something to think about. I know the realtor ages average is getting higher as well, but just want you guys to know why it's taking so dang long to get these appraisals back is just because we are dealing with that. A couple of ways to help expedite the appraisals. Make sure that the customer pays for their appraisal as quickly as they possibly can. Customers delay this and procrastinate this like crazy, which drives me crazy and probably drives you crazy. But if you guys can help us make sure that they're paying for it ASAP, that would be perfect. We all are required to not order that appraisal until we receive payment for it. So it just delays. I mean, if it takes them a week to log on and pay for it, that's a week we've kissed away, right? The second thing is that if the appraiser reaches out to you, especially if you're the listing agent, return the call. I can't tell you how many times I get a message from our appraisal desk and the appraisal desk says, the appraiser's tried to reach out to the listing agent 4 times and nobody's returning their call. That's kind of frustrating. So make sure you're returning the call when an appraiser calls you. I know it's going to be an unknown number. You will have no clue who it is. Could be a block number for all we know. We don't know what the appraisers do on their end, but just make sure that you call them back. Fun fact, did you know that appraisers are realtors too? Because they get all the accesses to gather the information for their comps and to get into the houses and yada yada. But they are, and they make up 1% of all realtors out there. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But they make up only 1% of all realtors out there, yet we're all using this, all 99% of realtors are stuck using that 1% of appraisers. So there's just not a lot out there, and they're aging out. So hopefully this is an issue that they're already working on solving. Personally, I think appraisers need to be paid more, but with all the work that they end up doing and all the flack that they get and all the responsibility that they have with the mortgage companies when it comes to foreclosures and stuff. But that's just me. I hope that information helped. I know this is a little lengthy, but I thought it was good information. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.